Welcome to my show. Click the like button and share. And if you're new, click the subscribe button and the bell for notifications. This show will be in replay after this live stream. And if you're busy, you can listen to my podcast version titled Big Disney Fan on the Go, which is on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and iTunes Podcasts. And the search for it will be available in about 2 days on the iTunes. And I'm hopefully adding it onto iHeartRadio and Pandora. And here's the guest, Dean from the live place, and Caitlin on Make It Blue.
Hello.
Thanks for having me, Keith.
Thanks for coming to my birthday party.
Yeah.
Hello. Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome. Dean, can you tell me about your channel?
Sure. And first, I want to say Caitlin and I really just got acquainted recently because you contacted me. So nice to be on a live stream with you. Keith, you've been a very generous commenter, and I've known you from the chats. And so very nice to have your friendship, and I appreciate you having me on. As you mentioned, theliveplace.com is the website that I manage, and it was basically when I got into live streaming through Resort TV 1, I thought I really wanted to be involved with it. So I created a website to help kind of organize people's live streams. And so now we're up to nearly 100 live streamers. Caitlin is one of the most recent ones. I think you go live on Friday nights, or is it?
Friday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern, right before Dole Whip Dad's Disney Pins live episode.
And so anyway, Keith, happy birthday. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, and I forgot to welcome the chatters in. Jeffrey Resendez, Rachel Loves Disney, hello. Big Noah Mountain 5, he's one of my moderators, and I just made Jeffrey a moderator. Rachel Loves Disney is one of my moderators. Let's see. Hi, Tammy Chandre. And let's see. And that's it for right now that I see. Caitlin, can you tell me about your channel?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started my channel very recently, about a month ago. I've been on YouTube, but this is my new restart. So my channel is Make It Blue, a Disney adventure. The reference is a Disney adventure through my cast member journey, and being disabled is my life. As well as Make It Blue is a autism reference. They have a big lighted up blue campaign through Autism Speaks and Autism Society through the month of April. So I wanted the connection of the both. And I wanted a companionship with my blog, which is the same name on my Wix site. So I thought it would be a great way to advocate for my communities, the deaf community, the autism community, and ADHD community, as well as just sharing my Disney passion and my cast member love to a lot of people, since I can't make magic right now.
Yeah. I see my great nephew, Michael Eldridge, came in. Hey, Mikey. And let's see. I think I'm doing better right now than I usually do.
Yeah, you're doing great. You just take it one step at a time.
Yeah. And you notice I'm using VCam.
That's with the green screen? Or is it? It's got green screen built right into it, doesn't it?
Right. And you can see that I've got the Walt Disney World gate behind me.
Nice call.
Yeah.
Very nice call, especially for something that's my second home. Yep. And actually, my location reopened today. Marketplace Co-op and Trendy already opened on the 1st cycle, but my home, Pin Traders, reopened today as part of their reopening phase. So I just want to send a shout out to all my cast friends in Disney Springs. Good luck on your reopening. Stay safe and provide magic, because I know you guys have been missing it.
In 3 years, when my cousin and I go down to Walt Disney World, me and her will share one room at the All-Star Movies, and
Nice.
we're gonna see about trying Disney Springs too. Set a certain time for Disney Springs, and then I figure it's going to take about 2 days to see everything in Magic Kingdom.
For
That's a
sure.
great plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, we might be able to meet down there.
I hope someday, yeah. I'm hoping to go back as a cast member one day. Once I did my college program, I knew that Disney was going to be my end place. So I'm hoping to go back and be home, because, man, the amount of people who supported me on my program, it meant a lot more than the 18 years of life that I had before then, which is a big difference. It made me realize that friendship was healthy and that it was something that I could actually have and be normal, quote unquote normal, in a situation where I'm totally different from the rest of the world. It was nice.
That sounds
Yeah.
great.
And I got computer glasses on, so I can be able to look on my tablet, my computer, and my phone.
Keith, where do you and where do you guys both live? Did you mention it?
I live in Topeka, Kansas.
Oh, Topeka.
I live in the state of North Carolina. I don't say my
Where?
city just because I live with my family still. And I want to keep their safety number one right now.
Definitely. So
Welcome
I
in,
love,
James Ryan.
Hello, James.
yeah, hey
Thank
James.
you, James, for the happy birthday.
He was on in my earlier stream too. He was helping me put in links for another channel. Dean, you might get an email from April Roga. She's a special needs live streamer
Great.
that might be added on the lineup.
Oh, that would be
And
awesome.
you know what they say, it's better to be late than never.
Well said.
James is an awesome so many actually, Keith, you have great people in here. I mean, I know most all of them, and Noah, of course, I've known for quite a while. Jeffrey, James Ryan is a great person in our community. Rachel loves Disney, so you got a really good crew of people here.
Yeah, Noah's was my first mod that I made.
I was gonna say James is one of my moderators. I just made Rachel one of my moderators on Friday. She's actually gonna be on my show on Friday.
Rachel asked to ask you who's going to be on your show, Caitlin, Friday.
Yeah, she's gonna be my guest on my show on
Ah,
Friday. I also have a collaboration with Disney Dan in the works, because we were both cast members at one point. We thought might as well bring the rants of the CP buses into fruition. A lot of people don't understand it, and I realized I said it in Breakfast with Pals, and none of them understand what I meant. And Dan's like, "Don't take it as what I said. It's just a letter."
Yeah. Since I know how to ride the city buses, I can be able to ride those buses down there at Walt Disney World.
Mhm.
Because I know how to I know a lot about schedules and reading the destination signs.
Want to
And
say hello to Hitchhiking Bones and Pepper Tree
Yeah,
Villa. Hello.
hi, Hitchhiking Bones and Pepper Tree Villa.
good to see you
Thanks.
both.
Thanks to you both.
Yeah, actually, Pepper Tree Villa commented on my videos making, because basically a couple weeks ago, my second live stream that I did, it got shut down 3 times within a matter of minutes. But we couldn't figure out what was going on, and then they said it took it down, appealed it the next day. He's like, just so you know when there's a 0 on the StreamYard, there's it doesn't mean that nobody's watching. And I'm like, yeah, but I had issues on that stream. The one project felt horrible. She messaged me. She's like, nobody in my community has dealt with this problem yet. And she's like, I don't know why. And she's like, out of everyone, it's so sad.
It's good to see Hitchhiking Bones. They're a live streamer at the live place, Pepper Tree Villa. It's Ben, Arnie, and Doug, and they're awesome. And I've been on their show as well. So great crowd here. You are having a great birthday, Keith.
Thanks. Don't forget to hit the like button, and if you're new, click the subscribe and the bell for notifications. And I've got podcast version of the show. Well, I will be making the podcast version of this episode too.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Mike is someone who supports somebody that I love in the community, and that's Molly Burke Official. She's the first disabled woman to have a play button, which is amazing.
Griswold, Mike Wheeler.
Grizz.
We got a crowd here.
I know. Keith,
I was going to say, you guys missed the beginning of Diz and That, the amazing costumes of Marvel characters and Universal characters. I had to laugh a bit.
Got 8 watching now.
No, I'm not. It helps me de-stress.
So let's see, what was I gonna say? So Hitchhiking Bones, I think that's Dawn. Is that right, Dawn? And she goes live. I can't remember what night. And then Griswold, Daniel is a new live streamer. So good to see you, Daniel. I'm gonna assume.
Hey Dean, can you add me to your list?
Do you go live on a weekly basis?
I'm trying to work in a Sunday night.
Okay.
I like about 6 o'clock my time, which is 7 o'clock Eastern time.
Yeah, definitely. Let me know.
Thanks, Jeffrey, for seeing my latest video. That was the quickest video I've ever made. I filmed it in about 10 minutes, and it only took like 15 minutes of editing. Wanted to get it out as soon as I heard the word.
Yeah,
it's going to be interesting, though.
I just got 3 glasses recently, 2 of them yesterday. One is a new bifocals, and one's a new single vision sunglasses, and this is a single vision computer glasses, slightly tinted for computers.
Nice.
So Keith, have you been to Disney World parks before, correct?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
In 3 years, it'll be my first time, and when I do go, I'll get me a first visit badge and a birthday badge, because it'll be my birthday time I'll be gone.
Have you been to Disneyland?
Nope.
Okay. Oh, you're in for a lot of new experiences.
You're in for a lot of firsts.
Yeah.
I actually got to introduce my international roommate to Disney, and it was quite the honor and privilege.
Wow.
But I do have the app on my tablet and my phone to Walt Disney World. So I can actually be able to find my way around the 4 parks.
What are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to Splash Mountain, People Mover, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and Expedition Everest, and the Pandora rides.
Flight of Passage. Flight of Passage was incredible. I rode that the first time on my first solo trip back from working for the company. Man, that was an amazing ride. But I will say, for younger kids on the autism spectrum, the seats would be a little bit concerning. But other than that, the ride itself is like the most humbling thing. I call it the Soarin' 2.0 because it's very similar to Soarin', but I wish they brought the original Soarin' back because I personally like the original better.
Oh, I'm also looking forward to Soaring in Test Track.
On Soarin', good tip. Soarin' tip, go and ask for in B.
Yeah.
So when you go through, ask for B and try to get the front row if you can. Because on the newer version, the two other sides are kind of slightly tilted. So the screens that you'll see, the video can look warped.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the tip.
Well, I'm a cast member. I'm used to giving tips.
Yeah.
Did you guys know, and if you already knew, I apologize, but that my brother and I built a homemade version of Soarin' in his pole barn?
That's amazing.
Ooh,
I never heard
awesome.
that.
Yeah, it's I'll put the link in if you don't mind. Or
I don't mind.
okay, let me find it here real quick. But if you go to YouTube and type in mini cot, we put in a full day of I got it here. We put in a full day of Epcot like stuff. And so I can't, I got to do it on your thing here. So hold on.
Oh, I forgot. I would have to make you a mod.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's okay.
Forgot I would have to make you a mod.
Well, you could put it in the
hear an
private
echo.
chat. I was gonna say you can put it in the private chat, and then you can do a copy and paste into yours, Keith.
All right, I'll do that. There it is. I just sent it to you, Keith.
Okay, see. In Twitter?
In the private chat on the screen.
Oh, the private chat. Okay.
Yep.
See, where do I... Oh, okay, there it is.
It looks like the Diz and That guy is singing to you, Keith.
Oh, that's nice. They sang to Keith?
It looks like I think that's what Mike said.
Wow. I'll have to catch the live comments here. You
I
might
was gonna,
have missed it, but 4 guys on Disney said happy birthday on the show. Ah,
There it goes. There it is.
there it is.
awesome.
Well, Caitlin, as a cast member, I think you'll appreciate all the work we put into it. So you'll have to watch it.
I'm definitely gonna watch it. Yeah, I appreciate those that love the parks as much as we do, and I more appreciate the ones that recognize cast in the world because, I mean, especially right now, a lot of cast members in Florida have had problems with the unemployment system. A lot of them haven't gotten paid since the furlough date due to the issues with the Florida system, and with a lot of them going back to work, it's definitely a very exciting time for all of them.
Yeah.
Mickey
Especially
Mouse is my main mouse.
Mickey Mouse is what?
Mickey Mouse is my main mouse.
Mickey Mouse was technically my boss. On traditions, they would say Mickey Mouse is technically your boss because Walt isn't around to say anything.
Right. I was only 4 when Walt passed away. They say kids, the earliest kids can start creating memories or storing memories is at the age of 3. And every time I see like a clip of Walt Disney hosting the Wonderful World of Disney, it kind of brings back memory.
Yeah. I'm a little older than you, Keith, but I do remember the Wonderful World of Disney, and there's Caitlin's sister, friend.
This is Allie, my
Allie?
younger sister. This is Dean from the Life Place. He's the one who hosts my webcast. Sorry, I have a lot of stuff in my
Birthday.
She's the one who's out of high school, so she kind of has she's in the middle of a life crisis because she just graduated high school, and then now she has to figure out whether college she wants to do or she wants to hold off and not avoid online school, which I don't blame her in any way.
Right.
Yeah.
Another 2 years and it'd be the big 6-0 for me.
That's what I turned this year.
Well, I say age is just a number. It's
Yeah.
the way you feel individually. Obviously, I'm only 24, so I'm saying not much in my end.
I
But
still got good circulation, according to my doctor.
Oh, that's good.
I was going to say, doctors told me when I was born that I had a pretty slim to chance way of me living because I was born 9 weeks early in a very serious C-section.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my
Welcome
poor
to my
mom.
stream, MGM Family Travel, and
Hey.
thanks.
James, I'm sorry. I told you you were more active in the chat than anyone, so I don't see you that way.
Happy belated birthday, Jeffrey.
Yeah, happy birthday.
I was saying my birthday was actually in the 26th, so my mom's is on the 19th, so it works out for my family because it makes it easy.
Lots of May birthdays.
Yeah, and then
Or
this one's Christmas Eve.
she's
Yeah,
Christmas
I
Eve?
Yeah,
lost,
my
I
mom
lost
got to
my
choose whether she was born on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day.
Okay.
lost my older sister in 2014 at the age of 60. She died of
Oh,
You're
cancer,
doing game?
and then last August I lost my brother. He was
oh,
59.
oh, sorry. That's too
Sorry
bad,
to hear
Keith.
that.
Yeah, the last birthday gift he gave me was an external solid state drive.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
I lost my father-in-law just a few days ago.
I'm sorry
My,
to hear that.
oh, sorry
yeah,
to hear that.
yeah, it was he was 84, so he lived a pretty long life, but you know, it always comes unexpectedly and it's sad, but we're
Especially
happy.
right now.
Yeah. And it wasn't COVID related or anything, but he just simply passed away.
Thank you, Lucy.
Thank you.
Welcome to my stream.
Is Lucy MGM part of the MGM family travel?
I don't know.
I don't know because I don't see. What are you? Well, she's trying to see if this one is the same. It's looking like two different channels, like similar to like Mouse Talk with Melissa and.
I'm guessing this would be a personal and that's a family channel.
Yeah, Allie thinks the same thing. Why?
Oh, I did another one.
Well, Keith,
Yeah, I did stream.
happy to hear that you're excited to go on the TTA.
Yeah.
People Mover is absolutely one of my all-time favorites, and
Uh,
I go it on every trip, especially when I was nonverbal. It was one of my favorite attractions growing up.
I
I'm
love it.
also looking forward to the Dumbo and the Magic Carpet rides.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those are great.
And also big Thunder Mountain Railroad and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And I've been playing a game called Disney's Magic Kingdom on both Windows and Android.
That's funny you say that. Because I play too. It's the Hercules event right now, so I'm trying to get Meg. I have Meg and Phil, and the next one to work on. I'm trying to remember the name. What was the villains? The little guys that change into
Pain and
birds.
Panic.
Yeah, Ping and Panic is next.
I got
But yeah.
Panic
Phil.
and Pain.
Phil's the only one I got of the
But yeah, you just kind of. It's like a little version. It's like basically, it's kind of like in between of Sims and Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Wow. They can fit all that on a smartphone.
I love it. So much fun. It's great when I'm waiting for rides. I was going to say, Keith, make sure that you're wearing those buttons throughout your first trip because a lot of cast recognize you in the park.
I heard that they give you a special greeting.
Sometimes it depends on the area. So my home, you just say happy magical day or happy birthday. But it kind of just depends. Like in Pandora, it's different.
Yeah.
Sadness. I got her by redeeming quite a bit of points through Disney's Movies Rewards, which is now Disney Movies Insiders.
I have some save points. I've been trying to get more movies.
Did you like Inside Out, Keith?
Yeah, I've got that on streaming, and I also got Zootopia on streaming. I buy through like either Amazon or Google or iTunes or well, anyway,
Yeah, those are
I
pretty
think
good.
this
all
is
my
next one.
streamings are hooked up to
Mhm.
Movies Anywhere, which used to
Yeah,
be called Disney
and
Movies
first.
Anywhere.
Okay.
I've been currently trying to watch the High School Musical series on Disney Plus.
Okay.
That's my current watching. And then old DCOM movies.
Oh,
So
Lord.
been watching Cool Runnings, and I'm just kind of going back because obviously I'm only a '90s kid, so I'm catching up on a lot of Disney content.
Welcome
Caitlin, are
to
you?
my Stream Dreamers Empire.
That's me, Keith.
That's
Oh, thank
his
you.
channel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm very confusing because I've been Dreamers Empire forever, but when I started the live place, I had to have a YouTube channel for it too, so I go under both.
Yeah.
But Caitlin, are you familiar with the original High School Musical?
Obsessed with all three movies growing up.
Oh,
The-
The third movie came out when I was a sophomore in high school.
Okay, so I'm just going to tell you that a couple of years ago, I Ubered for a bit, and I had one of the female stars of High School Musical in my car.
That's awesome.
She's Russian. I don't remember her name right now, but yeah.
Oh, Elliot,
That.
There's
Russian
Winnie the
character that was
Pooh
on
that
High
I
School
drew.
Musical?
Oh, you drew it?
I feel
Yeah.
coffee.
That's
Um,
really awesome.
I think I've learned it from
Oh,
the YouTube channel that's owned by Disney, which is Disney Parks.
Okay.
Oh, I love
Because
that.
I
yeah,
do
you
I
should show one of
do
your drawings.
Let me find a good one. Hold on.
I do go through Disney Parks
me just
YouTube channel and Disney's Animation Studios YouTube channel.
Wow.
Well, I should
Yeah.
say, Keith, if you
They
visit Animal Kingdom on your first trip, you should definitely visit the Animation Academy over at Rafiki's Planet Watch. You'll definitely enjoy that.
Oh, okay. And there was something from Disney that says, oh yeah,
Yeah,
one of the animators they said that they teach over at Animation
not one that
Resort
ended. But,
at Walt Disney World, and they say
That's
you
one
don't
that
have to be you don't have to be staying at that resort to enjoy that class.
I still like this one.
Well,
And actually, we got a drawer in the family too. Oh, hold on.
Yeah. Good job.
This is my sister's drawing that she made.
Ellie's drawing?
Yeah,
Wow. How do you do that?
a lot of hard work.
I'll
Took me
say.
like 2 days.
That's a yin yang.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 days for her.
Wow.
She's
That's
one of those
cool.
people. She's the artistic one in the family. And actually, I've asked her if I can make my logo and put Mickey ears on the light bulb that I have on my logo.
Oh,
Like my
nice.
paper ones are a lot better.
I agree with you. Your paper ones are better.
Yeah, let me go grab my other one.
Okay, I'll be here. I will. I was gonna say, Dean, how long have you had the live place running?
So I started it in February of 2018. And my first live streamer that I featured was, of course, Resort TV 1. And then a few others. And then I started to try. I'm not, I always kind of tease myself that I'm not necessarily the best live streamer, but I'm sort of more of a showman. So I try to put special effects and so forth into it. But yeah, we're like when you came on, you were in the 90 something
Oh.
streamer, and now I'm just about to hit 200. I mean 100.
100. This is one of her paper drawings.
Oh wow. What is that? Oh,
It's like a volcano.
very
With palm
nice.
trees. Dude, was this inspired by lava? Oh, just a general. She does love
That
the
is
short
good.
lava.
I played on my
Very good.
She actually, that
Very
was her
good.
first song she learned on her ukulele was
No,
lava.
Riptide was the first song.
Oh, okay, Riptide. But the first Disney one was definitely, yeah.
Oh,
Huh.
I got those two.
I'm not the artistic one. Unlike most autistic children who have either math or academic strengths, mine is in memory. I feel like mine's in memory.
Piece of cake is right.
I'm going to
Maybe
try to come up with a show that would have to do with all different type of stuff like not only just Disney but also like any artwork I do outside that's other than Disney as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I forgot about
And
this one.
and I have in my hometown I did a painting in a class that the guest instructor was Steve Ross, the son of the late Bob Ross, and he autographed the back of my painting.
So that's Keith, and it's his birthday today. My daughter,
Thanks.
my daughter says happy birthday, Keith. This is Olivia.
Hi,
And,
Olivia.
Thanks, Olivia.
Caitlin. Caitlin,
Hello.
new streamer to the live place. And so yeah,
Very
Olivia
new.
she does my data entry now. She enters all the events.
So you
So
have the technical know-how.
yeah, you have the technical know-how now.
Well, it works.
Anyway. Hi, Dean's daughter.
Love it, Rachel. I actually just live with her yesterday on April Rogo's live stream. We unexpectedly went from 3 people to 5 people within a quick amount of time.
I missed some of that. Sorry, Caitlin.
No worries. I went live with Rachel Loves Disney last night using April Roga's stream. We unexpectedly went from 3 people to 5 people within a quick amount of time. Had the Lynn Project, had Jeff Bates, and confused everyone. Because we all know each other from Pat's live stream.
Oh, okay.
And
Very
Pat
cool.
and Jeff was under his animated investor account, so they got confused.
Oh, okay.
Was a
Go
lot.
Whip Dad. Go Whip Dad's a subscriber on my channel too now.
Oh, very nice. Jeff is great.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah. Let's get your count up. How many did you have when we start?
The last I seen it looks like it was at 8. Now it's at 11 now.
Oh, you're going up.
I was
Let's
gonna
see.
say I've only started YouTube for maybe about a month now, especially being in chats and everything. And I'm just past 100 subscribers on my end.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess now if I want more subscribers, all I have to do is have creators like you guest on my shows.
Yeah, it's a good idea. There's a lot of collaborations are going on now, and so for the live place, I've been trying to think of new ways to connect more people. I think collaborations are a lot of fun. I think it's good to go solo too, because then it gives you a chance to focus more on the audience. But collaborations are a lot of fun, and obviously, like Caitlin was mentioned, this and that, they're amazing, and they grew so fast.
Thanks, James.
I was gonna say Resort TV one I never heard about until I watched because my main Disney people that I watch is Tim, like the typical Tim Tracker, Mr. Cheesy Pop. Actually, Mr. Cheesy Pop shared some of my blog, so it's kind of awesome to see. Yeah, Jeffrey can definitely send that. But yeah, I feel like it's like I introduced myself to a lot more Disney creators because I'm used to the college program scheme as well as the park scheme. So it's kind of nice to see others in the Disney community branch into it.
Yeah.
That's
What is?
one of my birthday gifts from my mom.
Oh, nice.
Frozen.
Is that the original?
That's the first one, yeah. And then
Yep.
Frozen 2.
Oh wow,
Frozen 2 was so much better than the first. Just gotta say that.
better.
I love the correlation of seeing both Anna and Elsa's story and how they both projected. Because I
Yeah.
feel like Anna in the first movie, we didn't know much about her, right? We got to know just the kind of things she thinks about and wonders about, but never really gone deep into her storyline. So it was nice to see in Frozen 2 they went through that. And
Yeah.
Kristoff,
And
it was
then,
kind of nice to see Kristoff's point of view.
Yeah. That's a good point.
and then short films collection. It has Frozen Fever. That one, if you've seen it, you'll like. I guess you probably like it. Where Elsa was trying to throw a birthday party for Anna, and she had a cold, and each time Elsa sneezed, a bunch of baby snowmen were created, and they started running around.
I remember that short. That short was awesome.
And it also has Feast, Get a Horse, Paper Man, Tangled Ever After. That's where Tangled Ever After is where Rapunzel and Flynn Rider gets married. And then
Okay.
The Ballad of Nessie, Prep and Landing Operation Secret Santa, Tick Tock Tale, How to Hook Up Your Home Theater. Now that one, How to Hook Up Your Home Theater, I think that's got Goofy in it.
Okay.
And the Little Match Girl, Lorenzo and John Henry.
Huh.
I was gonna say shorts are something where I watch and I appreciate them because even though they're a small amount of time, tons of work still goes into them, just like any Disney film.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when you used to go see Pixar films in the theater, and there was usually a short beforehand, and you look at the credits afterwards, and there's just a ton of people involved.
I love that part of the way that Disney works. I love that, but I wish that the parks like somehow we could recognize the Imagineers who worked on all the rides and attractions because a lot of them don't get credit when a ride goes out.
Yeah.
Sorcerer Mickey.
Did you draw that?
Yeah, I did.
Wow, Keith, that's really good.
Chip from Beauty and the Beast animation. I
Yeah.
drew that.
Huh. I could not do that.
No, but I can't either.
Grumpy.
Wow, that's a good Grumpy.
He turned out perfect. So did
Yeah.
Dopey.
Oh my goodness. Wow, you were really good.
I was gonna say you're gonna give Disney animators a run for their money.
What was that show on Disney Plus that covered some of the Disney animator? There was the one guy, and I loved it. Do you know what I'm talking about? I think it was it the Imagineering one?
I haven't watched the Imagineering story. I'm really behind. I worked at TJ Maxx, so before the pandemic, it was kind of getting crazy already. And then now that I'm back at the pandemic, it's like we're slowly getting more information every day. And it's an
Oh,
interesting life.
I'll bet.
But I
Okay.
think there's a new
Okay,
one that's
Jeffrey.
called Zen Imagination or something.
I think that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. Yep. That's the genie. I
The
love.
Genie's classic.
Yeah. What did you
All the
think?
good movies came out in my time, like Aladdin, Mulan was one of my favorites growing up.
Yeah.
Great ones. Toy Story
Yeah,
that helped me talk for the first time.
I drew Genie too.
Genie is really good. Keith, what's your favorite Disney animated film?
I like Frozen and Frozen 2.
Sure. Yeah.
And
I
then
love the old Aladdin.
and then after that, I like the Incredibles series.
Yeah, that's actually my
My
favorite.
favorite of the Incredibles is Jack Jack. I like it
Oh,
in that second one when he enlarged himself to looked like a giant baby.
Yeah. The second one was really good. I still like the first one is my all-time favorite animated film.
I will say they did a good job with, especially bringing Brad Bird on for that particular project. They did a fantastic job with the second one, making sure the storyline still made sense for that time period.
Yeah. Brad Bird was genius.
Very genius.
That's a good what's her name again? Jasmine.
Jasmine.
Jasmine. I loved Jasmine in the new Aladdin.
Yeah, she was
Oh, I
good.
loved the way that they represented her in this way, kind of making it modern so girls could say, okay, you don't have to be stuck in the house. You don't have to do what you need to. You can do anything you put your mind to. I think that's what something Disney does really well. And I hope one day that there can be a disabled princess or disabled character in a Disney film one day, because that would be really cool to see.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I see James Ryan says he he was born in the same year Old Yeller came out. Are you older than me, James? I can't believe that.
I was okay. I don't have any against the younger movies, but the ones that I gravitate toward to, there was a big following behind them.
Okay.
I was gonna say
So,
Disney Dan came out, I think Disney Dan was born right before Lion King came out.
uh, well, Keith, you can probably appreciate this, but do you know what the first movie I ever saw in my life was? It was
What was
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins? I got her on streaming.
Yes.
I
Isn't
love both of the films.
yeah. And since it was the first movie I ever saw, it has remained one of my favorite movies because it was so magical. And Julie
It still
Andrews,
feels like that today.
yeah.
Did you
Isn't that
like the end? Did you like the ending credits where of that original Mary Poppins where there was a mix-up name and then when they uh, unscrambled it, it came out Dick Van Dyke.
yeah, because you didn't know he was playing the older banker.
Right.
Yeah, I
That was
love that.
awesome. I loved that in Mary Poppins Returns. I thought that was really cool to keep him involved in the story. I understood why Julie Andrews didn't want to be a part of that second film because she wanted to let what's her name?
Tinkerbell turned out perfect.
Yeah. Wow. You do a lot of drawing. Um, yeah, I agree, Caitlin. And Julie Andrews, she's a classy person. I really like her.
Just
Oh,
came
there's
out with a Netflix show that's called Julie's Green Room. It's a Muppet collaboration with Jim Henson. They kind of show kids what goes on in putting on a production for a theater. And they kind of bring people like Adina Menzel, Chris Colfer from Glee. It's really cute. I think it's fun. Sarah Bareilles did some of the music in that. I think it's really fun.
very nice.
I say have a second season of that because more kids need to see theater, but
Sure.
unfortunately, I'm not in contact with the Netflix heads.
So James Ryan said he was born in 57, so 3 years before me, and then a great way to meet the magic of cinema. Mary Poppins is still a favorite, yeah. You know what I loved most about Mary Poppins? When I got back home, I said, "Is it possible to draw chalk on the sidewalk and then jump into the story?" That was what I wanted to do as a kid.
I can imagine that. That would be so cool watching that when that would happen.
Oh,
I
man.
remember having that kind of imagination growing up, and I think Toy Story was a similar movie that did that for another generation, thinking
Yeah,
about what your toys does when they're not home. I had a
right.
Jessie doll I would carry everywhere with me, even when I was still not talking. My mom would know never to leave the house when Jessie would be right there on my counter.
That's a great point. I never thought of that. Depending on your age when you saw Toy Story, you probably began to wonder what your toys were doing when you weren't looking.
Yeah. I guess as an autistic child, I don't remember obviously much when I was nonverbal, but I do remember the frustration and the amount
Yeah,
of not communicating,
yeah,
when you want it to. And so
Right.
Toy Story was a way for me to do that in a way that made sense.
Interesting.
Olaf
That's
turned out perfect.
yeah.
Olaf
Olaf.
was amazing.
Wow. I think all of your drawings are spot on, Keith.
You know, the other day, on Instagram, I was watching a live video stream. It was Josh Gad, who's the
Oh
voice
yeah.
of Olaf.
Yep.
It was him. I recognized his face, and he sounded like Olaf.
Did you see the one where he interviews all the people from like Lord of the Rings?
Oh, that
No,
would be
I
fun.
haven't seen that.
Yeah, he's doing that now. I can't remember what it's called, but he's about to do one on the Ghostbusters cast, but he did one on Lord of the Rings and one on Splash.
I was
Wow.
going to say, I know him from just Disney films, and then doing Beauty and the Beast live action, which I think he did a phenomenal job on.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Caitlin, there's a picture of your boss.
That's great. I always consider Mickey my boss anytime I go meet him in the park. I'm sure the person who's friends with him, I'm sure is thinking, why is this random person saying this? But to me, it's a personal connection that way.
Thanks, Charlene. My cousin Charlene Peters wishing me a happy birthday.
Hello,
Hi,
Charlene.
So Jeffrey Resendez was born in 1968, so that was right around the time of the Vietnam War, I remember.
Man, I only know one war. Is that bad? Is a 24-year-old to know one?
It's good. You want the least number, the better.
Well, Iraq wasn't really one of the best ones in terms of US.
No, but at least it. I don't think it lasted as long as. Well, I don't remember how long it lasted.
Well, it's still one country still not even out yet.
Sure. Yeah, that's true.
Minnie Mouse turned out perfect.
Sure did.
I love her bow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice big
Minnie is
bow.
always a classic too. I love that the animators are trying to put her style up to date now. Really cool to watch.
Yeah. Donald Duck.
Donald Duck.
And it was his birthday yesterday.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
How old was he?
I believe 67, 68. I was doing Mr. Cheesy Pop's Disney Parks trivia yesterday.
Oh, sure.
Well,
So
actually, it was today.
Sorry,
I wonder if guests ask Donald Duck if his nephews Huey, Dewey, and Louie is giving him trouble.
I don't know that. That's a really good question to ask. I was going to say
Donald Duck
probably.
turned out perfect.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
remember what the first movie I watched being a 96 kid, because I was born in 96.
Okay,
There's
So-
the most famous bloodhound, Pluto.
that's perfect.
I feel like one of the first was Toy Story that was main in my mind. Toy Story 2 pops into my mind.
Toy Story. What year did that come out? 2000?
The original Toy Story came out in 95.
95. Okay.
And I believe Toy Story came out in 2000, but it would have made sense because I started talking around 2000, 2001. So it would have made sense.
Interesting.
And Tarzan. I also have a big connection with Tarzan.
I've heard other people say that. I know Disney Dan that you're going to do a collab with. He loves Tarzan, if I remember right.
Dan's awesome. He was
Yeah.
he ended up being my birthday stream for about an hour.
Oh, nice.
Goofy is my mom's favorite.
Hey, Keith,
Yeah.
have you ever seen Brian Hall? He does impersonations of all the Disney characters. Have you ever seen his videos?
No.
You should.
I've seen his videos. I love his
Yeah.
videos.
You should see it. What he does, or what he did was, there's a lot of videos, but if you find the ones where he goes into the Disney parks to the character meet and greets, and then he goes up to the characters and he does their voices, and they cannot believe how good he is.
I was gonna say Princess Tiana was my favorite.
Did he
What's
do
his
Princess
name
Tiana?
again?
Yeah,
Brian,
he did it as Ray, the Firefly.
I want to say his name is Brian Hull, Hull.
Yeah, that's right.
Is it?
And I would say that Keith, you might enjoy the viral video he had about 5 years ago. He did Let It Go in different characters, as different characters' voices, but the Let It Go song. That was awesome.
Yeah. That one went very viral. You're right.
Thank
That
you,
was around the
Mikey,
year I
for
graduated
the
high school
birthday
too.
wish.
Yeah.
And everyone in my school was like, Caitlin, you need to watch this. I'm like, I've watched it a million times.
There's my second attempt at Anna. Not perfect, but
It's getting there.
Yeah, definitely. That one's
and
harder.
there's the first attempt. She kind of looks creepy there.
Yeah, but it's close. I definitely see in the hair and everything.
And then there's Elsa.
Yeah. Yeah, you're very good.
And Caitlin, there's your boss again.
Charlene asks, what is your favorite Disney songs? What's your favorite, Keith?
Let It Go is one of them, and Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Good pick.
And I also like When You Wish Upon a Star and It's a Small World.
Oh, very nice. How about you, Caitlin?
Well, so I have to have several categories because it's too hard to choose.
Yeah.
So my favorite princess has always been Mulan. Reflection was a song that, as a disabled person, I connected with because a lot of people would see the negative behavior, but then just don't see the personality I am. Obviously, now as a grown adult, it's changed. But as a
Yep.
kid, that was something I really gravitated to. Pixar, You've Got a Friend in Me was always a favorite of mine
Yeah,
because I didn't have friends at the time. So I would think that my Toy Story characters would be my friends.
that's a really good call.
And
Mine would,
then in a new sense, Speechless from the new live action Aladdin.
oh, okay. Yeah. Yep.
Naomi Scott did a fantastic job on that song. And I think for a lot of autistic kids who grew up being nonverbal or parents, they'll really connect to that song, just knowing that you may not talk, but you have something to share with the world and you shouldn't be deprived on not being able to say it.
Good point. Yeah.
And she was also in Lemonade Mouth. She was in a DCOM movie.
Oh, okay. You know your Disney.
I do. Once Disney was definitely a major point of me getting to where I am today, especially from the start. My mom started noticing that Disney was the number one gravitating thing for me. A lot of doctors would tell my mom that it wasn't something that they wanted me doing, but she's like, I want my child to be happy at the end of the day. If she can't be independent on her own or can't talk at some point, I'd rather have her stay happy because that's all
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. My cousin's husband just got something from Streamlabs. It says, please refrain from spamming caps.
Spamming caps.
Does that mean, I don't know what that means. I never
Oh,
seen that.
He went
I
all caps.
didn't. Huh.
Thanks, Scott, but refrain from all caps. You can do first letter cap and then the rest of each word lowercase.
That's really strange. I've never seen that before. I've seen caps plenty of times.
I know with Mike Wheeler, I know it's easier for him with his voice to text app that it's easier not to do caps for him because it messes up the voice on his end.
Interesting. No, I've never seen that before. Oh well.
What is some of your favorite songs, Dean?
So my all-time favorite is Feed the Birds, which was also whose favorite song was that? It was Walt Disney's favorite song.
Feed the Birds was from Mary Poppins, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yep. I love that song. And then I'll tell you, I'm a Disney song. I listen to it all day. So I work from home now, and I keep a computer on YouTube, usually playing ambient park music, like music you'd hear around the attractions and stuff like that. That's what
I
I play.
watch to my home. I watch my home, listen to my home park music all the time because I miss it so much. And you're not used to the background music when you come home. So I watched it constantly.
Yeah. Well, so speaking of parks, Keith, I am just so excited that you're going to Disney in you say 3 years and that you get to experience everything brand new. I cannot imagine what that will be like for you, but it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. I'm also looking forward to soaring in Spaceship Earth.
Oh, Spaceship Earth is so good.
Pizza at Earth is a classic. Wish there
Yeah.
was more closed captioning on that attraction for me, but the ride itself is awesome. A lot of the newer rides, Disney's doing a great job of making sure they're staying captioned. I would love for them
Yeah,
to make it accessible on the My Disney Experience app to save all of our lives, but it's a lot to ask.
I like the idea with Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Um, you're riding inside of a cartoon.
Oh, the
That's,
Mickey Minis. I haven't watched that. I haven't read it yet, but a lot of my cast family got to be able to ride it before the attraction reopened or opened to the public, and they loved it. They said it's not the great movie ride, but they said it's a great way of using the new animation style, but in a new, different way.
you're practically surrounded by cartoon.
Yeah.
I
So
haven't watched anything, so I'm trying to stay spoiler free.
I haven't either. I haven't either. So Keith, when you go, are you going to stay on property at one of the hotels or are you going to stay outside of Disney?
We're going to stay on the property at All Star Movies.
Okay.
We decided that because of the secret menu.
Oh, I've heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got one of the items is a hamburger instead of a hamburger bun. Um, it's a cinnamon roll made in the bun.
You know, um, Caitlin, what was your favorite hotel at Disney?
So I had to say it as a child and now because my sensory needs as a child was a lot more than when I did it as an adult. My favorite as a child was Pop Century. They did a fantastic job with sensory needs for me. And they also made sure all the rooms were accessible, which was something that's really important nowadays, especially as a kid. Obviously, accessibility was a lot different back in the 90s and 2000s than it is now in 2019, 2020. But then Resort Now, one of my favorites has always been Saratoga Springs.
Oh, nice.
And then Port Orleans Riverside.
Okay.
Hi,
Well,
Elisa Stenberg. Welcome to my
hey,
stream.
Alisa. Nice to see you. So Keith, also, I mean, All Star Movies is great, but one of the advantages of Pop Century now is it's on the Skyliner. So you can just take the Skyliner into Epcot or Magic Kingdom.
Or Epcot or Hollywood Studios, I think.
I'm sorry, Epcot and Hollywood Studios, correct. Yeah.
Right, and then if you go to like Epcot and you want to go to Magic Kingdom, then you can hop onto the monorail.
That is true. So it's a little bit more expensive than All Star Movies though now, but I am booked. Oh, you have it.
I
Nice.
have a Funko Pop version
Oh,
with
nice.
Mickey and then the little seats. It's kind of
Oh,
hard to
that's
tell, but
cute.
there's the little seats are in there. And I'm scared of heights, and it wasn't as bad as I thought. I'm terrified of heights.
It's not that high up, really.
No. Tower of Terror is a big no for me.
I don't go on Tower of Terror.
I'm not
My
going to
friends,
go
but
on
my
that.
cast family was able to go backstage and see the whole lobby area.
Yeah.
And during the daytime, and they said that was amazing. They said everything that's in that lobby is fully antique that they found throughout different places to put into that attraction, which I thought was really interesting.
Very nice.
Yeah, when we start Magic Kingdom Day, the first day of it, um, we're gonna start off with Splash Mountain. So start shortly after Magic Kingdom opens to the guests, and then that way, when we start doing the other stuff in Magic Kingdom, we can dry off.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I try to stay away from water rides,
Yeah, me too. I
but
don't want to
Big
get
Thunder.
wet. Yeah. Big Thunder, you can avoid getting too wet, but I will not go on Cali River Rapids.
My roommate worked on that. It kind of stinks because the first 2 months of her program, it was under refurb. So she had to
Oh,
stand by the stroller area of Rafiki's Planet Watch while that was being under refurb. And then she had to get trained to do
oh,
it.
huh. That
Oh,
doesn't sound so good.
mm-mm. I was going to say, a lot of my cast family, I'm hoping everything stays safe over there because pin trading is a big thing that's at my home. And, with a lot of touching, it's something to think about. Like, as guests, most people don't think about it. But then at my cast member mind, I'm like, how are cast
That,
supposed to stay safe?
Yeah.
that's one of the wallpapers that I got from Walt Disney World's app
Oh, nice.
under PhotoPass. They were giving them away free.
Huh. That's the one ride that I do not go on. For some reason, I get queasy on that ride.
I love the pre-show. Like I watched the VR, like the POV ride of that. And I love the pre-show. I love their theming really well. Rocking Roller Coaster is one that I cannot ride. I'm deaf in one ear, so the audio from audiologist said that it's a no-go. But I hate roller coasters anyways, so it works out great for me.
Yeah. Well, I know Keith said you were going to go on Expedition Everest, and I really do like that roller coaster. That's a fun one.
Oh, I don't like going backwards.
Yeah, that's a little different at that point.
Yeah, and then they'll have. You won't notice switching the track while you're paying attention to the Yeti ripping up rails above you.
And also the sensor of the Yeti was too much.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that it's a lot, especially with Frozen Ever After was a big problem. Right after they opened, because it opened during my program, they had it break down so many times on opening day that they had a cast shift, and it was like a testing shift that they had Imagineers there and all that to figure out what went wrong, because I think it was at one of the 2 pivot points. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. And the Imagineers, I told them as I was getting off and waiting to get back on, and said, just to let you guys know, I'm somebody has sensory needs and has autism and would be a big help to a lot of children. I said, Frozen's a big film for autistic kids in this generation. And just remember that I know that Elsa's trying to take away from the mechanical side of the pivot, but try to tone it down even 1 or 2 decibels. Makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Because it can change from a kid being super excited in a ride to having an overstimulation attack, which happens, and people didn't like that.
Sure. Right. Good night, James
Good
Ryan.
night, James. I'll see you possibly on
James.
Friday or on other streams.
James is always such a positive voice.
Charlene, in terms of fireworks aren't being run at any of the parks right now due to COVID.
Yeah. Have they announced when they think they'll restart fireworks or not?
Nothing from cast that I've heard yet, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to wait until after New Year's.
Yeah.
Just because I think they're worried about a second wave, and I wouldn't blame them either. I don't want them closing again.
Yeah. The fireworks creates the most close proximity, and so I agree that if you're going to be cautious, that's one that you should cut out. Although I know they were going to start the replacement show at Epcot this summer, and so I guess we'll have to wait on that one.
I was gonna say Spaceship Earth's refurb got stopped indefinitely.
Yeah.
See, my wallpaper changes.
I haven't seen this one before. Is this
This
a
one's
Disney?
cute.
Yeah.
That's from Princess and
Oh,
The frog.
yeah. I
Princess
like
and the
that one.
Frog. Yeah.
It's very well done.
As I say, Princess and the Frog is one of the most underrated princess films, along with Mulan. Mulan's underrated, and that live action movie cannot catch a break.
I have
With
not
that,
seen The Princess and the Frog.
you need to see it. It's amazing. It's a great film.
I think others have told me that. All right. Another one on my list.
Yeah. I'm hoping one day we'll see a character like that have a disability and have kids see themselves, because I think that's a big problem in the disability community altogether, is that as kids we don't see each other as ourselves in media in a way that's positive. It's always in a negative connotation. Like Mr. Rogers was a big example of that in a positive way. They're able
Yeah.
to see us and say that we're humans, we're people. But it'd be nice to have it be seen.
I think that you nailed it right there, Caitlin. That's the best show ever for kids with disabilities, because he made close friends. There was that one boy, if you saw his documentary, that he had on, um, and it was a very different thing at that time that he had the boy on to explain his disability. Did you by chance see the documentary? Or
The
I think it's called "It's a Wonderful Day in the Neighborhood."
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think it's something around that kind of title. It's been on my list, but I haven't been able to watch it yet.
You'll love it. You'll love it.
I love Mr. Rogers. I think he's a prime example. I wish he could be here I would just like to know what he would have said about something of all this.
Uh,
Not just that, but then COVID, being in isolation. He would have a lot to say.
he would. He would. He was a very positive voice.
Charlene Peters is my cousin that's gonna go with me to Walt Disney World in 3 years.
Oh, very nice. How many of you are going, Keith?
Um, the way I understand it, her daughter will probably be moving down there before then, and she'll have a, a female friend with her too. So me and my cousin Charlene will stay in one room, and her daughter and her daughter's friend will stay in the other room. Hopefully, we can get one of those that's got a door right between the rooms.
Yeah, yeah.
We did connecting rooms a lot growing up with family that would come with us. It'd be a lot of fun.
It's a good
Yeah.
idea.
I like the idea that you can be able to unlock the door with the magic bands.
Yes. Yeah.
And
I put it on my backpack, actually. I put it on a charm and then put it on my backpack
and after
because
we get done,
I don't like sweaty things on my hands.
after we get back from the trip, I want to save up to get me a 3D printer and print up a magic band reader,
Hmm.
and then put in the electronics for it too, and then I've got the program that'll go into the device on there for the reader.
Yeah.
I will say, Keith, was something to do fun that I always suggest to guests with families that are coming together is make magnets or gel clings that'll go to the windows on your resort hotel window, and then everyone can kind of see your fun decorations as they walk by to go to their room every night.
Yeah.
We've gotten
There's Jana's house.
Well, yeah. Right.
Cinderella Castle Suite is something I would love to see one day.
But you can only get invited, right? Is that
Yeah,
how
they
do
have a VIP tour guide in the entrance of that.
Oh, okay. But
how do
I do know you can set up a reservation with Be Our Guest.
You do it the same way that you would book a hotel. You go through like Disney's. You can go through Disney's website, or you can go through the My Disney Experience app. So you can do either.
Oh, okay.
how do you how do you get invited to stay in that suite?
I know a lot of times, I know they do a lot of, I know most of the time it's contests. One of them I do know that got invited. I don't know if you saw the video, but there was a family who did 30 stays in 30 days. And they basically stayed at every night at a different Disney resort.
Oh,
And it was a family, and they're called the Bucket List family.
okay.
Their videos are pretty cool. I actually liked how they filmed it because they brought a luggage for the kids, and they would have clues in the suitcase each day. And they would give clues on where they were going that day,
Fun.
which I think that's fun. Their last night they got invited to do the Cinderella Castle Suite. So it was day 31, and they stayed at the Cinderella Castle Suite,
Wow.
which is incredible.
Yeah. Is there a window that you can look out in the parks or not? Do you know?
I think there is. I think it's on the other side. So, like, if you looked at pictures, I think it's on the right-hand side, um, by the fireplace, I think. But I think they have to be careful on that, especially with fireworks,
Oh, sure.
because I know the castle,
Ex-
they have fireworks, especially with the new one.
Yeah.
Expedition Everest.
There it is. You're gonna love it, Keith.
For somebody who doesn't like roller coasters, just tell them I don't recommend it. You can I usually do is have an ice cream sandwich and wait for my mom by the bridge and watch them on the bridge. But my must in Animal Kingdom is the Festival of the Lion King. You can't miss it.
Oh yeah.
All-time favorite show of mine.
You like
And
that?
Disneyland as well.
It's his favorite.
I think it's one of his favorites in Animal Kingdom. Yeah, he's like, Lion King,
Yeah.
nothing beats it.
It's such a big production. They do such a good job.
What's the most unique thing to do that there's some families don't think of doing? That's a really good question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I would say for me is doing a lot more of people watching sometimes. I think that's something that's really fun for the family. Sometimes seeing characters walk around the park, having those relaxed spots and taking advantage of that. Because a lot of families at Disney are like, go, go, go. And they don't take a moment to just enjoy being in the park, listen to the background music and all that. And I think another fun, unique thing that a lot of families have done is make thank you notes for cast members. So families will take individual days before their vacation begins, make thank you notes or thank you drawings for cast, and they pass them out when they find amazing cast members during their trip. I've had a few people who've given me stuff.
I think you made a really good point. And if somebody asked me that, I would say, take the time to enjoy certain things that aren't where everybody is. You know, one of the things that my brother and I do is we'll take a day to just go out to some of the bigger hotels like Animal Kingdom Lodge and go see some of the animals. We'll have lunch at that place with the delicious bread. I forget.
Sanaa.
Nah, oh yeah, I
Very
love.
famous for cast members because they give a 50% off discount for cast.
Gosh, that's a good deal. And
I don't
go
know.
to
It could have changed. I haven't been with the company in like 4 years, so.
no, that would be so.
Caitlin, what areas of Walt Disney will accept Disney's gift cards?
Most dining locations will be able to let you use Disney gift cards. I think the only thing that's challenging right now is with mobile ordering. So that's with like quick service food. But I'm pretty sure they're adding it on with the whole COVID situation when they're reopening the park. I think they're adding Disney gift cards as an option. So they're pretty much, you can use them anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Just ask them, hey, I'm using a Disney gift card for payment. They'll let you know. And if you can't pay the full amount in a Disney gift card, they'll just let you know what's left. Just
Right.
make sure if you are getting a Disney dining plan, make sure you have everyone's age correctly. If you have kids, we had a situation where my sister was put in the wrong age category and they charged her for the wrong price.
So, Keith, I just want to say that I am going to have to call it a night here because I've got to work early in the morning. But I sure do appreciate you having me on your birthday stream, and I enjoy being your friend.
Thanks
And
for coming.
yeah, thank you for having me. And I look forward to seeing you live more often, and Caitlin as well. Thank you for joining the live place, and it's nice to see you here, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys again soon.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually do
Yeah.
have to call it a night as well because I actually work in the morning as well.
I guess that's going to be it for the stream. Remember to like and share with the social media and click the subscribe and the bell for notifications. And have a big, beautiful, happy tomorrow.
Good night,
Have a
everyone.
magical night, everyone.
Good night, and happy birthday, Keith.